If you're asking yourself why you're gonna talk about Star Wars, well, it's because Star Wars is kind of a big thing in Japan, and also because Star Wars is hugely based in Japan. So let's talk about it. So what does Star Wars have to do with Japan? If you're more like deep into the lore of Star Wars, you probably know this already, but George Lucas was so much into Akira Kurosawa's work, in one of the biggest film creators of Japan, that some people, of course, along the years, have said that he actually plagiarized some of Akira's work. But that's not true. Star Wars is its own thing. And the thing is, George was never shy about saying he was actually a fan of Akira Kurosawa. So yeah, you can see a lot of characteristics, even in storytelling, from Japanese filming or also even anime. I think it is like the 5th franchise to make the biggest box office in Japan in its entire history. Among the Western franchises, Star Wars is the 2nd, and if you count all franchises, then Star Wars is the 5th. Even nowadays, worldwide, Japan is still one of the biggest fan bases, and it has been like that for a long time, because even in 2008, we had a very big Star Wars celebration in Japan. And now there's gonna be another one in 2025. So yeah, Star Wars is pretty healthy in Japan, still to this day. I guess we can safely say that Star Wars is probably one of the best known franchises around the world. And I believe there's so many people that have some kind of connection to Star Wars. And in my case, I grew up watching the prequels as they came to the theater. So it was amazing for me because I could share some feelings with older people from my family. Like, I actually got so much into Star Wars because my aunt, she's also my godmother, and she was the one that actually took me to watch the Attack of the Clones on the theaters. And before we went to watch the movie, she actually rented, or make me rent, I don't remember anymore, the Phantom Menace, so I could see the first one and then watch Attack of the Clones. And then when the Revenge of the Sith came out, I was like more like a teenager. I think it was maybe 15, 14, I don't remember anymore. Anyway, but I went to watch with people my age, like friends. I think my cousins were there too. Maybe I have to ask them. I had a lot of fun watching it on the theaters. I know there is like this huge controversy between people that love the old Star Wars, people that love only the prequels and only the sequels. In my case, I think Star Wars in general move people's feelings so much that I don't care if you like one or the other. I think it's great that people can find something to like in Star Wars. I do, in my case, I am a huge prequels fan, and The Revenge of the Sith, even watching it today, I still think it's probably my preferred movie. And then maybe The Return of the Jedi. I think this is probably not a popular opinion. I get it. But coming back to Japan, so we can see a lot of these connections to Japan, even in the way the Jedi, they dress. I think probably the best male character reference we have to Japan is Obi-Wan, because his Jedi dressing is heavily based in Japanese kimono. And it's kind of a traditional kimono, style of kimono. But if that's not enough, we can talk about Darth Vader's helmet. It's definitely based in old Japanese armor helmets. They wore it, I think, in the Sengoku period. Anyway, I think probably the easiest one is gonna be the makeup from Queen Amidala in the first movie. All the time she's on screen, she's definitely wearing some kind of Japanese reference, even if it's the dressing or if it's the makeup or even the hairstyle. You can probably find people that know much more about Star Wars than me, that's for sure, and they will probably have other things to say from this connection between Japan and Star Wars. But the thing is, in the end of the day, what matters is that many people have these great feelings about Star Wars, like to share with the younger generation, you know? So this is amazing about Star Wars. And from time to time, when you're growing up and you have other things to do and you like many other franchises, from time to time you kind of disconnect yourself from one of these franchises that you love. So I was kind of lost in Star Wars for a while, and then recently I saw the technology behind lightsabers and how they have evolved, because when I was a kid you only had these retractable things and they were very cheap, but even so in my country they were expensive, so I never had one. But now I can buy them. With the technology they have right now, the lightsabers are looking crazy nice, and you can have balance and everything. You can do many spins. I know this kind of lightsabers have been around for like 10 years, maybe something like that, a little bit less, maybe 5, this latest technology. You can find fans working on it, and they are making these amazing things that actually look very similar to lightsabers. Of course, it's plastic and metal and it's not a real lightsaber, but if you like it, you can have fun with it. And I was thinking about buying it for like months. Should I buy it or not? It's too expensive, because it is anyway. But man, you only live once, so you have to enjoy life. Even the sound technology has evolved so much. You have these swinging effects, and they are way more precise than Disney's. I don't know if the mic is picking it, but I hope it is. Well, anyway, you can do a lot of tricks with these things. And well, this is one of the ways that I reconnected myself to Star Wars. There are many ways, because Star Wars is always out there. And this May 4th is a good way to celebrate it. So that's why I decided to make this video, and to remind myself and maybe other people that if you like something, you can always go back to it in some point of your life, you know? So just have a good time. Now I'm gonna leave you guys with a few things I have been training with the lightsaber that I have been trying for like, I think a month and a half now. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.